y'all. This is Our Take. This is Mark the moderator.
Thanks.com. The game is the game. Always. Shout out to Anakin.
Lisa's only family, Brooklyn forever. We got to start changing narratives, man. Y'all are brainwashed.
Avi the Process. Shout to Flatbush, yo.
Yo, is that a question? Okay. All right.
That's the capital of Brooklyn.
It's East Flatbush, by the way.
Capital of Brooklyn. East Flatbush, Flatbush, capital
no,
of
it's
Brooklyn.
not. Don't do that.
Yes, it
it's
is.
Definitely not
yes,
that.
It is.
Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
All trends and all swags come out of East Flatbush. Go ahead, Mark.
All right. Yeah.
March 9th.
Okay.
Biggie, come on. Everybody acting up. Go ahead, man.
Yo, shout out to Biggie, man. Biggie Smalls. Listen, all right. So, talking about that. So, Leaf said that he gives a shout out to the Joneses. The question that I have is this. Where do the Cowboys go from here going into free agency and plus the draft coming up? What do y'all see that the Dallas Cowboys should do now that they have Dak under reins? And a second part to this question would be, do you see them keeping Zeke and Amari Cooper going forward?
All right. So, when they first signed Zeke, Mark, I don't remember how Avery was on this topic, but Mark, me and you knew he wouldn't last for 6 years. So I say Zeke probably got 2 years tops left with the Dallas Cowboys. 2 years tops, unless he has a remarkable year next year. Like he runs for 2,000 yards or some shit like that. 2 years tops. Listen, same thing with Amari Cooper. You know what I mean? But I feel Dallas has to, in this draft, it has to be O-line and defense. You know what I mean? If you wanna go in the draft, if you wanna, strictly, go O-line and probably see who you could sign in the free agent market on defense, fine. But from here on out, the Cowboys have to go look O-line, and then they have to look secondary. Mark, you've been right for the past 2 years about the secondary. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna hold down my man Diggs, but we need safeties. We need linebackers that's gonna be healthy. I like our linebackers, but they can't stay on the field.
So, our linebacker that can't stay on the field.
Linebacker that can't stay on the field. Yes, because Jalen can't stay on the field. So you know what I mean. So it has to be O-line, DBs, and we need more depth at the linebacking position just in case somebody get hurt.
All right, Avery.
Definitely O-line. It's got to start there. Todd Smith is on his last leg. That's first. Secondly, I agree with you, Zeke. You know what I mean? Like, just the reality is that running backs, even the best of the best, normally have peak 3 years and then they with another team. You know what I'm saying? So I probably see Amari Cooper leaving or being out the mix before Zeke for some strange reason. But the reality is that, defense got to get better, period. Your offense, even with Andy Dalton, believe it or not, I'm going to say, was not really the issue. It was really that defense. It wasn't, Mark. It wasn't. We could argue all day, sustain the drives, things like that. But your defense was really the Achilles heel of the Cowboys. Let's be honest. The defense is really the Achilles heel. So I think with a healthy Dak, you know what I'm saying? With a healthy Dak, and I know I think they're gonna have to make some changes up front. It's gotta be up front. I don't know that Todd Smith is even gonna make it this season. And I know what you're gonna say, Leaf. You're not sure about what I said, but go ahead.
I'm definitely going to disagree about the Achilles heel being the defense. I'm going to say this in my Mark voice. Our Achilles heel was coaching.
Okay, well, it came from one of the sides of the ball. Okay, one of the sides of the ball, it happened. You know what I mean? So I'm just pointing specifically at, we talking about players, what we need personnel-wise. Because if you would have asked that question, then I would have said we need to fire every coach, that's on the team. But that was the question. So I think it's more the defense. I think Van Der Esch is trash. I've been saying that for a while. I know that's your man, Lee. I don't think Van Der Esch is good. I just don't. I think
he said that last year.
I think he's a disabled Brian Urlacher. You know what I'm saying? He's like, that's what he is. So I think they need some linebacker help. And I've always said that they needed, Earl Thomas. So they should have got some veteran help, in the secondary. Shout out to Buda Baker, man. But yeah, that's what I think. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Banks. My boy.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Go ahead, Banks, man. What you gonna
Can
say?
they keep everybody? Of course not, man. This is the problem with the NFL. Is like you can't keep your talent there. And going off with the Cowboys' history, they've been horrible when it comes to the front office and keeping their talent. And they have what's considered top end talent. You got a franchise running back. You got a franchise quarterback. You got a franchise wide receiver. I find it hard to fit all that under cap and have help in all the other places that you needed on the field. I think it's damn near possible. And given the Joneses' history, they robbed Peter to pay Paul. They signed the person that's right in front of them. We need to sign this dude right now, and be damned with everything else. They'd be like, we worry about that down the road. So yeah, to answer that question, they can't keep everybody.
The only way any franchise could keep anybody like that is if you don't miss in the draft. You feel what I'm saying? So like if you go straight, hold on, listen to what I'm saying, Mark. If you go straight defense on the draft, right? Let's say 4 of your players is defensive picks on the draft because that's where you needed, you needed to fill in the most holes. And for those 3 or 4 years, those guys ball out. You know what I mean? Then you can handle paying the guys on the offensive ball, on the offensive side of the ball, but that's rare. It's a rarity. You feel what I'm saying? Just look at what Tampa Bay had to go through. Where Tampa Bay now has to look at, we have to sign defensive players, but we sign these dudes on the offensive side of the ball. But again,
Leaf, let me say this. I think if more teams follow the model of the Patriots, the way they did it is not paying your quarterback top dollar and not paying certain players top dollar or getting rid of players early, that allows you to really have cap flexibility. It's the fact you hold on to a Tyron Smith that's turning 31, that's making top dollar as a left tackle. Now it hurts you when his value is lower now. So that's how I think that you can do it. It's all according to how you actually manage it. And that's the biggest part. What I think teams are not doing very, very good at is managing the cap.
You have to have a quarterback that's willing to do that too. Remember, Brady for a lot of time took team-friendly deals. So, and I thought that was stupid, truth be told.
And but hold on, Banks. We understand why he took team-friendly deals. Think about it.
We do.
While he was still on his rookie championship, he was winning 3 chips. He was still on his rookie contract. He won 3 chips. You feel what I'm saying? So you can see why he can take a little something to help the team get better.
Right. And really that's what it takes is to get to lead to what you said is right in a way. If you can hit big on a rookie quarterback in the draft in that 5-year window, if you maximize him out and you don't have to pay him the bag, then you can get other pieces around him and also young talent. But you just got to avoid trying to give out the bag to everybody. What Dallas done did, they done paid everybody. Now it's hard that when times come up, it's going to be hard.
Stuff on the back end.
Yeah, put stuff on the back end. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard.
Bad business.
But let me say this. I think Zeke time with Dallas, we have to like Leaf said, this season coming up is a make it or a break it season for Zeke. If Zeke come out and do what he did last year, I'm going to say a lot of people will start on saying Zeke, it's time there to go. Let's start looking at running back. I think in this draft, it's so hard on which way do you go. Because offensive line is very important because our O-line is in shambles. But at the same time, I keep saying it, the safety spot is going to be huge because if we go back to this 4-3 scheme, you're going to have to be able to have a secondary. You're going to have to be able to have playmakers in that secondary. Where are you going to get them at? Because veterans, it's hard to get a veteran playmaker in the secondary that is long in years.
I just got to add. The same problem you have with DeMarcus Lawrence is going to be the same problem you're going to have with Zeke. Nobody's going to want to trade for that contract.
I don't know.
No. Follow me. Oli. That is if Zeke has a year like he had last year, which is average, even though he was, amongst the top, you could argue number one.
If you think about it, if you his fumbles was the biggest problem. That's it. But if you think about it, go ahead.
But what I'm trying to say is do I take on that with his cap hit? Do I take on that with the con? It's not so much that he's not capable. Do I take on that? It's the same thing with DeMarcus. We know he was capable, but he just came off an injury. Do I take on that number? You know what I'm saying? Based on a guy that just came off an injury, that's what I'm trying to say.
All right. So we had this conversation before, especially speaking about DeMarcus Lawrence. We're looking at the sacks, right? Yes, he struggled on the sacks. But if you looked at every other major category at his position, he finished top 3 in every single category. He did, Mark, you stop it, goddammit. He didn't have a bad year. He just didn't get the sacks because he was the one being double teamed. We needed the help from the other side.
But
go ahead.
But Lee, let's be honest though. When you look at the stat sheet, you're looking for a guy that's making his money. You're looking for sacks though. At the end of the day, it comes down to you're looking for sacks.
Once again, that is the narrative. That's the narrative we have been fed our whole lives, bro. Think about it.
That's true.
I'm gonna ask Banks this question. Banks, you rank top 3 in every category in your position, except for one. Are you really having a bad year?
No, but no, you're not. But the thing is, though, you know, there's a number that people are looking for, and if you're not hitting that number, those things matter. You know, I get what you're saying. You could have a bad year in sacks and be consistently double teamed. You know, but that's what the position calls for. Position of running back, you know, there's certain yardage, and when you are, this is what we're talking about, adjusting standards. Zeke is looked at as a 1,500 yard back. So if you're not getting 1,500 yards, if you had 1,200, you had a bad year.
Yo, listen, and Banks is saying it, kid. Yo, listen, if you're not doing certain things, kid, to me, it is looked at as a bad year. You could be on tackles, you could be on forced fumbles, you could do a lot of other things. But when I'm paying you $20 million and you giving me those things and no sacks, I'm like, yo, dog, money, you 16 games, you got to figure it out, kid. You got to figure it out.
You know what? I guess that goes to the standard of the team you play for, because Khalil Mack got a pass for last season, but I'm not even going to bring that up.
Listen, Aaron Donald gets a pass there at times. I mean, listen, there's a lot of dudes like that. But again, when you talk about
a pass, though, he's still dominant.
But look at something now. When we talk about a pass, look at the playoffs. Aaron Donald was null and void in the playoffs.
He was hurt.
But didn't he get hurt though? He got hurt the game before, right?
Listen, see, come on, again.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, bro.
We're not giving a pass for being hurt now. Wow.
Yo, hold on.
Wow, tough crowd.
Hurt and injured is always going to be two different things. You on that field, kid. At the end of the day, you on that field. At the end of the day, yo.
And once again, Mark, if you're Aaron Donald and you're hurt, and I know you're being double teamed, Avery is supposed to step up, but I'm not even going to talk about that.
Wait. I'm not saying no to that. Only thing I'm saying is this though: you still got to take the blame when you're not doing your part. That's all it comes down to. Yo, at the end of the day, Lee, you watch film, you know double teams is coming. You walk onto the field knowing double teams is coming. Now again, let's add in coaching. What is coaching doing to scheme it up whereas they are beating the actual double teams? Again, it's not just him, but when you look at the stat sheet, you're going to look at sacks.
That's all I'm saying. Yo, there's too many times where we go through a game and Tank doesn't even get a stat, or you won't even hear his name. He's not even being disruptive. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, I ain't paying you for you not to even get a stat. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, okay. I'm sorry.
Yo, I think, hold on, but Son was number 3 in pressures, bro. That. I'm just saying.
You with your PFF, man. Get out of here, man.
Mr. Analytics. Yo, that is now. Everybody, that is Mr. Analytics now, because now he's going into
that's not an analytic stat. That's not an analytic stat. That's a real stat. Like if you listen to coaches talk, I listen to coaches talk, and they be like, "Yo, a dude getting the pressure forces the quarterback to throw the ball faster than he wants to."
Leaf, I'm not saying no, Leaf. I'm not saying no. I'm not arguing the point. I'm just saying it doesn't come up heavy in the conversation when you're talking about, about Lawrence.
Yeah.
That's not coming up in the conversation.
again,
Shout out to Leonard Williams, who was considered a bust, who was considered like he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, and he was doing all that, getting pressures and all that, but his sack numbers were low, so people were calling him a bust. He showed out this year, double-digit sacks, so.
Yo, I'm gonna say, Money, you getting that, you get that kind of tension. You got to beat double teams as well at times. You can't just make it as it's just on double teams. But then coaching got to get better as well. And I think this year we're going to see what they do in this new scheme. I'm very excited to see what they do in this new scheme. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. This is our take, man. What's yours? Get at us. Peace out.
I'm defending all my dudes today. Fuck out of here.
Peace.
I see.